For those who love to explore and go on adventures, scuba diving is a popular choice. Getting to dive beneath the water's surface and see the creatures and beauty underneath has its appeal. However, that does not mean it is without risk, as these two divers were reminded of when one of them was nearly sucked into a giant propeller. The footage of the incident was uploaded by Phil Janes and appears to be legitimate. As for what they were doing, they were investigating a ship that had run aground in Miami. Phil stated, "We made the assumption that if the ship was tied up to a bridge, they wouldn't turn on the propellers. We were wrong." This clip, while a bit older, is making the rounds yet again, as people are always willing to be horrified by close calls, no matter when they occur. The diver in this video who was closest to the propeller had this to say: "If anyone is still wondering, I'm alive. And yes, we were stupid for being there. Kids, don't do what we did." Many people like to dive down by old wrecks and to explore interesting finds, so it's easy to forget that scuba diving is actually still classified as an extreme sport. Before diving near an active vessel, one needs to get permission from somewhere so that you have all the information, like say if they're going to be testing the engines and turning on the propellers. There are also numerous physical risks due to the changes in pressure during the descent and ascent, particularly the ascent. These include barotrauma, which is damage done due to the increased underwater pressure on the air pocket in the middle of the ear. Divers must be trained to equalize during a dive by pinching their nose shut and blowing air, by chewing or swallowing to push more air into this middle air in the ear. However, if the descent is too rapid, this can overwhelm all equalizing attempts and result in pain or injury. A more well-known one is the bends or decompression sickness, caused by increased pressure, which causes the body's tissues to absorb more nitrogen. If the ascent is too rapid and the pressure suddenly reduces, this can cause extra nitrogen bubbles to form, which can range from aches and pains to paralysis and death, which is why the ascent from truly deep dives is closely monitored. Defective equipment can also be a problem for obvious reasons. But of course, the safety standards for scuba diving are rigorous, especially when amateurs or tourists are involved. This is particularly for reasons of liability. No company wants to take on that lawsuit. These are more concerns for if you are a serious diver looking to go to great depths, or if you're striking out on your own to try and do your own exploring, because yeah, suddenly activating propellers. It's always important to be aware of the potential risks and dangers in activities like this while not being overwhelmed by fear to the point of steering clear. It's still a good time, it just needs to be properly planned and supervised, and participants need to be trained in safety, and never become casual about respecting the sport. The rate of death for this sport is actually very low. In 2011, the annual fatality rate for the Insured Divers Alert Network was 16.4 per 100,000. And yes, if you're going to go diving, you should get insured. Insurance gets a bad rap, but it's important. Have you guys been scuba diving? If so, how was it? Share your scuba diving stories down below in the comments, which I will now explore to reply to some of your questions. Killer Fate Pro Official asked, "Sasha, do you like pizza? And if you do, please tell me why." I do like pizza. I like the taste, it's easy to order, it can be customized in a variety of ways depending on your mood. It doesn't always have to be the standard tomato sauce base or the doughy crust, it can be a potato crust. It's just nice, it's a very chill food. Alex Lee asked, "Would you rather be short and have lots of friends, or be tall and have no friends?" Not even a question, short with friends. The benefits of being tall would in no way counteract the crushing loneliness of not having any friends. Friends are great. And so are you guys. Thanks so much for watching and leaving such awesome comments and questions. We'll keep you guys informed here on IO.